I'm Josh Murphy, and I'd like to tell you today about why, without engineers, our world's going to grind to a halt. Our country, the United States of America, got great because we had the largest supply of engineers of any country in the world. These are the guys who take the science, the things, the dreams that are made up by the smartest of people, and actually put it to work. As such, those engineers are really and functionally what made this country great. According to the National Science Foundation, 17% of students enrolling in a four-year college degree program are becoming a science and engineering student. Science and engineering students graduate at a 63% graduation rate, compared to non-science and engineering classes, degree programs, which is only a 55% graduation rate. Bachelor degrees have gone up from 399,000 issued in 2003 to over 505,000 in 2013. That's almost a 20% increase in the number of bachelor degree engineers in this country in just a 10-year period. But why? We sound like we're doing a great with this. But why are we here today? It's because the estimates on engineering it's the workforce in this country is going to require 10% more engineers in 10 years than there are in the workforce today. But the baby boomers are retiring at a faster rate than our programs are producing engineering students. 23% of all engineers in the workforce today are over the ages of 55. 25 in most industries, different industries, petroleum, aerospace, electrical, and mechanical engineers. But beyond that, some marine and naval engineers are almost at 30%. These are people who in 10 years from now will no longer be in the workforce. And at the rate that they're retiring, we won't have replacements for these people, much less be able to meet the higher demand and need for the engineers that we will need in 10 years. So, you're asking yourself, what does this have to do with you? As a business major, one of these days you're going to be sitting across the table from an engineer. He's going to be telling you things, and you're going to ask yourself, do you really want to understand what he's talking about? What should you do? What is the solution to the problem? Well, one of our major solutions is we should choose to become an engineer. But even if we don't choose to become an engineer, we should choose to take some hard science and engineering classes. What we should review, rather than taking our underwater basket weaving or fundamentals of curling as our electives, we need to be taking introductory to mechanical or electrical engineering. We need to be taking biology, chemistry, hard sciences. These things will allow us to understand what is going on in the world around us and what is coming out of the mouth of the man who's sitting across the table from us. How should we go about doing this? We should be signing up for these classes ourselves. Everyone should be doing this. Doesn't matter if your degree is in medical or if you are in law. It doesn't matter if you are a business major or a psychology major. Every single industry, every single group uses hard sciences. And the way that we make hard sciences hit the road is through an engineering program. Most of us are going to be sitting here feeling like the math, it's over our heads, or the science is too complicated. But unless you're becoming an engineer, you really don't have to do the upper level math. Introductory engineering and science courses are explaining concepts. They're explaining terms and they're explaining words. Yeah, there's a little math. But we're not dealing with the differential equations and multiple levels of mathematics and algebra that we are when we're dealing with engineering. Let's go back to that table I was talking about earlier. When you're sitting across from that table, from that engineer, he's going to be explaining to you why or why not what the idea that you're proposing is going to be feasible. He's going to be giving you facts and figures, rattling them off the top of his head. He's going to be using terms that you may or may not be familiar with. And without a solid foundation in science and an understanding of good general engineering practices and policies, you're not going to know whether he's giving you real and valid problems to what the issue that you've put forward, or if he's just not bought into it and decided that he's going to give you any excuse. But if you have a background in science and engineering, you can talk to this man. You can convey your ideas in the terms that he's using. You can sell your point in the way that he would have it presented, much the same way that he would have it presented himself. You can stand on your own 2 feet when you're in the meeting, and you can get respect back across that table from that other individual. Ask yourself, what should I do? Like I said, our solution is to take some fundamentals of engineering and some hard science courses rather than miscellaneous electives during our study. I'd refer you to the handouts that I handed out earlier, several websites that you can go to look into personalized learning, and also looking into the online courses that if you actually can take to expand your knowledge base and get some college credit for your classes. And I'm going to leave you with a quote. James McInerney, who said, "Science dreams about doing great things. Engineers go out and do it." Thank you.